And greetings everybody, and welcome back to Rebuilding the Commonwealth with myself here at Croup Manor. Oh, I love it. The more I build on this, the more I love it. It's got this lovely church, gothic vibes going right here, and I love this main building. But the more I look at it, the more I like what I've done, so that's always a plus. And that just makes it official right there. Excellent. Yeah, we've got our Minuteman here. So, just a couple of things. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because they really help me out. I won't bore you with the rest because every YouTuber does it. I'm also on Twitter at ObanionFallout. The link is in the description below. And of course, if you've got Minuteman name suggestions and suggestions for buildings, please put them in the comments. I will have a look and review them, so don't you worry, they will get looked at. So, where are we, you might ask? Or rather, what are we doing next? Well, I'm glad you asked, because this settlement is up Shit's Creek at the moment in terms of its food, water and beds, so we're going to work on getting another building set up. That was also my phone and not yours. So we're going to make the situation here worse for just a moment. Sorry guys. My needs are greater than yours. I like the way they go invisible, which is quite funny, but hey ho. Okay, so I think the next best step here is to work on the poorhouse, because I found quite a few really cool tiles I want to use for it. So let's get rid of these tree clusters, because these will only serve to get in the way. So tell me guys, how is your days going? Tell me how your Monday has been, because I'm assuming it will be Monday when I upload. I'm sticking to my uploading spree, as I said I would. I'm going to see if I can upload one, maybe 2 videos in a day. So if you get a double bill from me, then I'm hoping you'll be quite happy with that. Just a bit of trash back here for some extra resources. Well, I say it's kind of a step towards this whole thing becoming a full-time job. That's a long way off. I'm not expecting that tomorrow, but you know, it's a dream to hope for. After I've never managed to hit 500 subscribers before, and I'm so close. All I've got to get is 5 more subscribers, and I have access to the community tab. How cool is that? I never thought I'd get to that point, but here we stand. Right, these fences can disappear as well, because we don't need them. I reckon these trees here can go away as well as the maple bark and shrubs here. I will be terraforming this area, so, you know, relax, don't worry about it. Excellent. Now, it was under Snappy Builds, as usual. That was also my phone again. Main Deco A. Now, under the main Deco A kits, we have all of these. Bear with me, my sound is abnormally loud here. There we go, just had to turn the little wheel down. I can actually hear myself think now. So we have, all of these have the same pieces in them, like these rounded windows, rounded doors, all that kind of stuff. Same thing in all of these, but they're all different themes. You've got factory brick, black metal, painted bricks. You've got all these styles. Now I'm thinking the best one for this would be factory brick for the poorhouse, because this looks cheap, but it looks secure. You know, it doesn't look like you're about to lose your home or anything like that. It doesn't look like it's about to fall over, but it's definitely the cheaper material. And I'm thinking the church stone here would be really good for the rich house, because this church stone looks like it's cobbled together, but it's still a decent quality building material. So we can create that sort of class divide where the guys on this side wear suits and ties and all that kind of stuff. And the guys on the left here, well, they wear scavengers' clothes. So I think we're going to have a nice little class divide going in this settlement. Give it a little bit of backstory. So the pieces that I had in mind. There were these really cool window blocks up here. So like these, for instance, these bump outs will make fantastic pieces of kit. You've got bump out corners, all with this trashed sort of crap almost in them, which I think would make a great addition. And this is one of my favourites, this balcony grebe right here. So you've got a way to look out and a little balcony, but it looks urban, it looks a bit run down, it looks a bit shabby. It doesn't look particularly pleasant, but that's kind of the story we're going with here. Plus you have these 2 floor blocks too, which we can create lobbies and stuff out of these, which are great. So before we go any further, let's put a doorway in here. Because there's no point in doing any of this unless we have a doorway from the sky bridge. Now, the sky bridge will need a bit of cushioning, I get that, but we will get to that eventually. Now, in order to create a deprived look, I'm going to put in this here as the next piece. Now, I'm tempted to do 2 of them. Because one of the pieces that I really want to use is this one. Is it this one? Excuse me. Yeah, one of these, but there's one that's a little less angled. I mean, that's a little less angled, but I don't think it's what I'm looking for. Yeah, so you have this kind of curved bit, which conveniently banks just next to the road. Which I think is a bit of a stroke of luck and a stroke of genius all at once. And I can then shape this with these bump out corners. So these bump out corners will stick out like this. So I can put a bump out corner, then a bump out middle, and a bump out, I think it's left I need. That's not got a window, that one has. Yeah, so you can see out from here. And this will have a foundation which will mean people can't climb up onto the building if they're, say, raiders or people with bad intentions. As well as that, because it will have a foundation, we can afford to have another balcony or walkout area underneath. Because, I mean, that's the kind of height we're looking at here. You see, like, I was excited to finish work today to do this. Like, you have to appreciate I was excited to finish work to do this build. I saw this deco kit and I thought, I can't not do something with this kit because there's such a rich set of stuff in it. Ooh, I could do something with this somewhere. That is a downstairs block. But I don't like the fact it has no windows. I mean, I'll do something for it, it's not a problem. The only thing I'm dreading with this build is how to roof it, because that is going to be an absolute pain in my arse to roof this. But the poorhouse is going to be 3 stories. And it's going to be relatively similar all the way around. Now, because if I snap this like that, that is going to go out way too far. Okay, maybe not too far, but it's a bit further than I'm actually comfortable doing. So let's find something a bit more reasonable. This is a deco main wall. Snaps the wrong way though. No, I think this would look better. Being at least somewhat symmetrical. Do we have that same piece, but to the left, as it were? Yeah, because I could do it like this, but it needs to be the opposite way round. It needs to be the other way. No, we don't. So we can only build these corner pieces one way, which I will admit is not ideal, but I can work with it. Yeah, so let's make this rounded corner. And I will put in more of these balconies because these can be rooms. I have no idea if any of this is going to match, but if it doesn't, then the cobbled together architecture will just help the building look more clandestine, I think is the word I'm looking for. So we'll have 3 of those. I don't know if this is going to particularly work, because I can't snap it to these pieces of kit. Oh, no, I can. That's interesting. I mean, this doesn't particularly look like a right angle, but I can give it a go. I said this is literally me completely improvising right now. Okay, now if I were to complete the wall here, where would it end up? Why won't you snap like that? You know what? That's actually fine. If I snapped one to this doorway, to this doorway, to the doorway, not... Oh, okay. To the doorway. Oh god, I love snapping, said nobody ever. Right, I'm hoping that doesn't stick through into the build. Okay, it does, but I can actually do something about it, which is that. Okay, so we have this rather ugly looking structure at the moment. Now, bear with me, because it's supposed to look like that. Okay, so if I was going to put this doorway on the ground floor, it literally just snapped a couple of seconds ago. Oh, there we go. I don't like that. That would be too difficult to work with. So I think we're going to have to go with the same shape underneath. We're going to go with the same ugly look, like that. And I think the lower entrance to the poorhouse, as it were, should be down here. I think all of the doorways I have are really big. Okay, no, I have this. Yeah, I like that. Main entrance to the poorhouse. It's got decent enough access. It'll have the Minutemen out front, the same as the commercial house and same as the rich house will. I can tell I've done a fair bit here. My frame rate is starting to gently drop. I think it's gone from 60 to about 50. I'm getting the odd bit of stutter when I look in this direction. So, we're having fun with this. We're having fun. I think with these windows as well, I'm going to have quite a lot of opportunities for lighting, which is ideal. Actually, the door being over here is ideal, because if I fence this part off, we create the fortified area, so even the people in the poorhouse will at least be safe. I mean, that's the main thing. The settlements, although they're poorer, will be safe, you know? They're not going to be suffering from attacks constantly. I'm just seeing if I can get this doorway to snap to the piece I just put in. There we go. Excellent. And this factory brick can finish with... Actually, I don't want windows there. The Minutemen wouldn't want people staring at them while they're doing their operations out here. That is an insert, which I don't want. I just need the standard factory brick walls. Oh, for goodness sake, please put it the correct way round. Oh, hello. We're about to be attacked. It's going to be a big attack too. Luckily, I have this. Oh, brigadiers. Excellent. That's a lot of gunners. Come on, get some more people out here. There you go. Or fire. Wow, shot him right through a building. How about that? That's another one. That's it. They're dropping like flies. Keep them going. I love these free crits. I really do. These delays in shots are really annoying though. Way! What a shot! Come on, don't fuck with General O'Banion. These guys are literally the reason I'm level like nearly 200 by this point. And pop. See you later. Pop goes the weasel. I don't know why it's cancelling my second and third shots. What the funny thing is, if I go in third person, the gun will reload 10 bullets, bullet by bullet. If I reload in first person, it only reloads 5, which I think is quite funny, actually. And I think I have a sound glitch. That's another one, bites the dust. Another one. Another one. I think that's a miss. Like shooting fish in a barrel up here. It's like playing tower defense. Come on, I can bean all of the ones off here. Oh, no you don't, son. I see you with your medkit. No such luck. No such luck. Level 181. Come on, I'm borderline unkillable at this point. Have some of that. Oh, they're coming around the flank again. That's it. My God, how many of them are there? That's it. These delayed VAT shots are really annoying. And of course I'll miss all of them when he does eventually fire. That's one cancelled VAT shot. Have that. And another. Excellent. Critical for the legendary. Have some of that. Come on, they're down to their remnants. Kill them. It's like playing whack-a-mole with a bunch of gunners. I swear to God. That's another one down. That's another dead gunner. 5 left. I think they're all fleeing to the shoreline. That's another one. Come on, I know you're there. Stick your head out and I'll pop it right off for you. I genuinely think there's only 2 left now.
That's Commonwealth justice for you.
All dead. Nice one. Right, I'm just going to reload the quick save because I have a sound glitch. So bear with me just a second, guys. There we go. Sound glitch is resolved. Fantastic. Oh, and this guy didn't even move. This guy is so committed to his bar that he didn't move. Well done, him. I'll give him his due. Well done. That is dedication to your job, that is. Fantastic. Right, where were we? The poorhouse. Okay. So this will be 3 stories. I am quite happy to put a brick wall through this. Because, I mean, it is cobbled together. There will be some discrepancies. And that would make perfect sense. So let's put in a brick wall to finish this. Like that. I'll sort out the graphical error or graphical glitch afterwards. Not an issue. Now, what about deco main floors? No, those are ceilings. Don't want ceilings. I want floors. Ah, yeah, bases, of course. So we can put these in place to coat the bottom of the building and make it look even more scratchy and basic, as it were. But we will deal with that later. No, it's deco main A, of course. Do we have brick pillars in this? Yes, we do. So we can actually use this to add some accents and greaves to the building. That's fine with me. Okay, so I reckon this side is good for the lounge. And probably the stairwell up to the top floor. So I'm going to put down another one of these deco pieces. And put a bump out middle. Yes, that looks very factory, very, very manufactured. To have a little bit of a lobby here. Now we need a corner. Now, not Jamaica Plain again. Now let's put this here. There is a reason I've put that doorway in, so please bear with me. This will need steps up into the poorhouse. Yes, this is like the communal floor, which we will separate. And you know what? I'm going to put these balconies in as well, because I want this to have a very tenement hall kind of feel to it. I can't stack these. I'll have to do that at another point. Like, I want this side to look very industrial, like this. I mean, come on, that looks industrial as hell. That is exactly what I'm looking for. This has been put together through the need to have additional population. That is the only reason this building will canonically exist, is because the settlement got too big for its boots in some regards. No, I'm not going to go with that. That wouldn't make any sense. The thin windows would make a nice addition across the ground floor. And you know what? Let's put these across the top floor as well. Again, it's got to look rough, it's got to look scratchy, it's got to look really cobbled together. So let's go with that. Yeah, I think that looks scratchy enough that it goes with the building, but it's not encroaching enough to really get in the way of the view if you happen to be out here in the commercial district. Or commercial area, district, whatever you want to call it. The foundations are going to need bolstering up, but I will cross that bridge as and when I get to it.
Hey, General.
Hello, sir. Okay, so flooring. What do we do about the flooring in here? I would say we need cheap flooring, but I really don't think there's much of a point of having cheap flooring. Maybe a kind of tired looking concrete. Yeah, I think a tired concrete like this would work well for the lobby, at the very least. Yeah, so let's put this in first, and we'll see what we're working with. You know, I'm actually thinking this side is best for the stairs, because we can use these for the communal areas. Excuse me. A couple of the communal areas, anyway. I don't think the railings on the outside of these windows is a tile that I can actually put down, but I'm sure I can come up with something. Okay, now doing these particular floors is not a nice affair. I can assure you of that. I had enough trouble with diagonal stairs and flooring during the castle build. If you don't know, the castle build has a lot of these because it's a hexagon. Yeah, I think it's a hexagon pattern. That's it. So yeah, it takes a lot of messing around. I have to put it that way. It takes a ton of messing about. Because if you don't get it right, you get issues like this, where the floor doesn't match up. Or you get issues like that, where they match up a bit too well. So the other option is to put the floor here and slide it inwards until it blends. Which case it does, but it needs to go just that little bit further back. like that. Now you see this is very glitchy, and now I have to use the 0.1 trick to do that. The downside is you get these really ugly scenes, but they're the best you can get away with under the circumstances. Okay, so just for now, I'm going to put concrete floor in this whole thing. Just for the purposes of setting up the flooring in the living space. And its resulting layout, as it were. I'm quite happy using those on the corner, so that's not a problem. Concrete needs to face the correct way, because I am a perfectionist, and I often let perfection be the enemy of good. Yeah, I want to keep these pieces on the straight and narrow. This gap I will be able to probably cover up another way, so I'm happy to leave that as is. It probably won't be visible when I put the base in. Right. I will probably have to use a column in order to hide that. But that's not a problem. Not really a problem. Yeah, so I want this to be a bit of a dilapidated lobby. Okay, so these match up here. That matches up there. So these are too wide. I'm just thinking of the layout for this building, because it's going to be tenements. It's going to be low quality living. I can assure you of that. I'll tell you what. Let's put the stairs in first. Now, do I want to go with actual stairs, or do I want to go with a back and forth? I think a back and forth would probably serve our purposes better. Yeah, I mean, it's a poor house after all, so something similar to these. It makes sense that the floor above would be wood. I say I should think so. Jamaica Plain can more than defend itself right now. My gods, I hate snapping with these things. No, I want it to snap to this little part here. Oh, this is annoying. And my selection has stopped. There we go. Now, I don't want stairs with the flooring at the end. No, I don't think residential or commercial particularly have stairs. I don't think they do. The shell kit, however, does. Also, that was my phone as well. Very quickly respond to that. That is actually kind of important. Oops. Don't want to knock my drinking bottle off there. That would be terrible. So I can use this shell kit for wood. Wooden stairs. I mean, it's a cheap house, so... Oh yeah, of course. That's it. Yeah, I mean, they'd have some decent quality wooden stairs. That's it. And then there will be another one, like this way, for instance, to go up to the 3rd floor. So it's going to be like a communal stairwell. The wood up here will be basic. We're going to make it basic wood. I mean, the stairs will have been fashioned brand new because their structure wasn't there. But maybe this wood has been reclaimed. It's been reclaimed from the ruins of the house. So we're going to put this in the way it's intended. That will have to be put in diagonally, so I'll deal with that in a moment. Actually, this has triangles, doesn't it? I'm not sure how that would work, personally, but I'm open-minded. No, that is... No, we need the gentle curve here. The wood grain is going in the wrong direction, though, but beggars can't really be choosers. We'll have to live with it. Or we just adapt the rest of the floor to have the wood facing the same direction. Which, once again, is something I can actually live with. That's it. I feel like this floor is getting messed up the more I build it. That is because it is getting messed up. Ever so slightly, but it is getting messed up. That's it. No, it is getting messed up. Because I don't think it matches anymore. No, it doesn't match in any way, shape or form, which is very annoying. Okay, I knew this would happen. Just the way it is, but we'll make sure it matches from here on out. See, even those minor discrepancies can cause serious issues when it comes to alignment. Alignment needs to be, like, top priority, in my opinion. There we go. So I can now match up these pieces of wood, and we can finish up this floor. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that is fine. And then we can put in this lovely hunk of wood there. The grain is going the wrong direction, but there is literally nothing I can do about that. And we can put in this piece. No, we need the full piece over here. You know what, I'm going to take that away. I quite like the white stone sticking through on the inside to show this is this building came after the original one. I like that idea. Right, so we're going to go... If we're going to go full tenements here... I say these are all going to be rather poor. So the interior walls. Where do these snap to? They don't snap to these parts. Oh shit, okay. Okay, no, they do. Yeah, see, that's an issue. So I think the best that we can do is manually snapping, which I don't like doing. But we'll use this one as a base. This will need a corner, I think. Oh, this is the issue. Because they're not on an actual line. Yeah, it's not at a right angle, so this is going to be a real pain in the arse. I mean, I know that will kind of add to the charm of being higgledy-piggledy, built without modern tools, etc., but this is going to be a pain, I can tell. Okay, we're going to have to do it manually like this. So that's a side cap for the interior. That is a really silly cap for the exterior. Okay, we're going to have to roll with this. I think I've actually set that up pretty well, you know, given the circumstances I have here. Let me just check that from the exterior, make sure we haven't fucked it up from here. Yeah, excellent. We can't see any of the seams from the outside, so that's good. I can tell this is going to need some foundation work done, though.
Farming's as honest work gets.
I really like the transition between the Grand Manor and the poorhouse. I'm tempted to be a bit of an arsehole to the poorhouse here and put the artillery cannon on the roof. I mean, that is a prerequisite for the series. So I might be a dick and put the artillery on top of the poorhouse. That's not supposed to be there. That's something I can sort out later. I mean, the poorhouse is going to be bundled like several people to a room, so this is not exactly luxury space, but okay. Can I put a corner in this? Oh, yes, I can. Excellent. And now I can delete that corner right now. This person is going to have to draw the short straw and have a room and a half. So he's not even going to get a full-size room for staying here. Yeah, so this is a bit communal. Maybe like storage area is put over here. Just really crappy old storage. This wall here would serve a purpose for quite a narrow room. Yes, this will be a very narrow room right here. I mean, you certainly wouldn't want to live here. Not in this one. That's it. God, this place looks terrible. So put corner caps on these. Corner cap. We don't need a corner cap there because we've matched it. We do need a corner cap here. Like that. And you have your storage and your shite over this end. Maybe somewhere to sit. Look out the window and contemplate how poor you are. Yeah, you know what? I am going to be an arsehole to the poorhouse. I am going to put the artillery up on the roof. I mean, the end of that roof is a perfect shape for it. So, you know, why wouldn't I? I say all of this is rough. This is nowhere near finished. This is just a layout, and it is liable to change. So I need to put in this piece up here. The wood is going left to right, so this is good. And I think up to here is perfect. That's a perfect cut-off to put the floor in up here. Okay, so this is, say, a corridor here. Perhaps this can be another little storage area. Yeah, so you can look out over here. This will just be a little window, maybe somewhere to sit, who knows. And we've got 3 pieces to work with, so you might have a really crappy room up here, perhaps. That is a decorative shallow A. The shallow A comes to there. And that's a shallow A. So, oh, I thought the floor alignment wasn't correct again. That would have really got on my nerves. So Deco Kit A, once again. Factory brick. And we're going to go with the shallow balconies again. And we're going to place them right here. Oh, hello. Yep, that's it. That isn't aligned properly. So that should line up to here. Alright, I've got another idea. Let's put the rounded window here. That is not a rounded window, that's a rounded wall. That's no good to me. Oh, come on, where is the rounded pieces? There we go. That's it. Now I can snap these pieces to the correct locations, and that's 2 balconies. The door out onto the artillery terrace is going to be here. That's the same as downstairs. We don't really want that. There's a bump out left. So let's just say I put a bump out left and a bump out right. Then we have the door. Then we have a bump out right and a bump out left, like so. Doorway goes in the middle. And then we have a deco wall there. I think that's correct. Yes, it is. And then we put the double doors right here in the middle so you can get out onto the artillery terrace. This means that we can create a room border which goes here. So under these kits, yes, if you're unlucky enough to live on this floor, you're going to look straight out onto the artillery terrace, which is not exactly going to make you happy, I can assure you of that. So, shell kits, interiors, the walls, you're going to be cordoned off from there. A half wall would take you to here, which is fine. Then I think having the room angled slightly this way. Then one more in this direction. Now someone is tooting a horn outside my window. It's all fun and games at my place, it really is. Could you please just snap to where I want you to snap to? You're literally snapping everywhere but where I want you to be. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm going to have to corner cap it and do it that way. That's how we do it. But then that would only allow 2 rooms and one very narrow room. This is getting really tedious, this snapping. Like, just snap here, will you? Oh, for goodness sake. Okay. We'll corner cap you here. So that you won't snap at all, which is great. I'm going to have to do this another way. I'm going to have to do it another way. Let's put you across the middle like that. And then I can put you in the corner here. Or you'll just refuse to snap to that too, because you're like that. But then, no matter which way I put the end cap, you're going to have to snap to this direction. Aren't you? Oh my lord, this game is so belligerent with its snapping. I cannot get over how belligerent this is. Right, fuck you, I'm brute forcing you. When will you learn, Fallout 4, that being belligerent and resistance to me is completely futile? Because I will beat you in the end. I will just beat you, it's not a problem. See, I try to make it easy for you, Fallout, but you don't listen to me, do you? And now you have no choice but to snap correctly. Yes, I am aware this separates the balcony, but that does actually add some charm to this. Because the buildings cannot be perfect, right? Yes, I am aware that that overlaps, but that is not going to be an issue. Okay, maybe it will, because it didn't snap to the correct place. That's what we're talking about. Just drag that back by a couple of inches here. Line it up correctly. Okay, that's just off center and not a problem. That's it. And now we put in a half wall. No, we have to put in a full wall. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, so you now have a very thin and very uncomfortable room up here if you're unlucky enough to live on the top floor. Which is excellent. Which is exactly what we want. Now, rooftops. We're going to use this fresh roof without the bit underneath. For it to not snap to what we want. Because that's pretty standard. Yes, we'll use this roofing out here. Come on, to the correct place. There you go. That is not peeling from the bottom, which is great. We'll put that over there. Now this is where the issue lies. This is where it's going to be really tricky to put the roof on. Now we can easily do a roof piece underneath this. I'm going to have to cheese the placement though. So move that up by 100, snap down 2. That works. Okay, so I'm going to rotate this. And we're going to carefully maneuver it into place. Now we're not on the ground floor, so I can get away with a bit more than usual up here. Wow, that's glitchy. Right, move that up by 1. Move this up by 0.1, move that up by 0.1, and the roof is sorted. We will need to put in a half roof here to cover that. Does that poke up into the bedroom here? No, it doesn't. Great. I really like this. For the really shitty look that it's got, I quite like this. Let's just make sure we have enough space up here to put a cannon down. Oh, we've got plenty of space. Plenty of space. So the cannon is probably best placed to point westwards. Probably position the end of the cannon right over the edge here. That's it. So we now have an artillery crew which can man this place. Because this is concrete, I think a concrete floor would probably match this best. This would probably fit within the skywalk a lot more thematically. What does the bottom look like? Yeah. Yeah, that would fit thematically. Could you please just snap to the goddamn skywalk? Okay. No dice. I'll have to fuck with you manually. If I ever like get big enough to do merchandise, I'll do it manually. Has to be something on the t-shirt. As well as I can live with that. Those are the two phrases that I have to put on a t-shirt. If I ever get to that stage in popularity. Probably not, but one can laugh about it. Great. So Snappy builds, Deco kit, main A walls. Having someone gawking at you from this side is probably going to be something you'll get used to. So, do these have a ridge on the outside? No, they just have metal. Yeah, they have a metal frame, so I can put down these metal frames. And if they've got a half wall, I will use that as well. Yeah, half width. Excellent. So you're going to have to live with the artillery up on this rooftop. That is going to be an absolute blast to try and live with. An absolute blast. Excuse the pun, of course. So I want the metal. Metal. Oh, for goodness sake. There you go. Metal. Metal. There we fucking go. Right. Now the frame rate is now starting to suffer. I think I'm going to start saving away from this settlement. I am well aware of that situation. Please leave me alone. Right. Sleep for a few hours. Excellent. And now we have access to the poorhouse from the main house. We're going to have to cover this over a little bit. This floor needs finishing, which can be done post-production probably. God, this room is so depressing if you own this one. That would be so depressing. Damn. I mean, this one will be okay. This one will be alright. And so would this one. I mean, they're all copies of each other. These are probably sleep 3 each. Not very much privacy, but you could get 3 people in them. So that's going to be 9 people sleeping in this floor. Maybe 8 if I make one of them a double sleeper instead of a triple. You'd only get 1 in here. So, I mean, it might be depressing, but at least you'd have a room to yourself, I suppose. So that's going to be 8 or 9, maybe 10 on this floor. I mean, something tells me I should put another room here too, underneath the staircase. Yeah, you know what? I might put another room here. little community space. Out here I might put a little balcony so it's not that depressing. Then up here you'll have a room for 1, maybe 2 because of the length of it. And this room is probably for 3, I reckon. I could get 3 in here. Or I could be rather generous because an artillery crew is 5 people. I could make the 5 artillery people sleep in these rooms. Have, say, the day crew sleeping in the room next door, and the night crew sleeping here. So they work on rotation. That'll probably work. We'll have to militarize this top part here. And of course we have the sky bridge. Let's drop down. And let's take a look at this. Wow, this place is actually looking quite residential. And it's looking a little bit industrial too. I really like that factory brick. It looks really worn. It looks like it's been cobbled together, which again is the idea. It's got these little ridges, it's got the metal, like the scavenged metal, maybe taken from Boston. The sky bridge has been put together with used concrete and metal. See, I'm really liking the rustic look. And when we put militarized stuff on the top as well, it's going to look brilliant. Going to look amazing. Now that looks downtowny. So if you're on the outside, this looks foreboding. This looks like a settlement you don't want to mess with. You could have snipers along that ridge. You could have... I could put a big mansard roofing on the top to make it look even more foreboding and terrifying. Because most of the attacks will be from the west. Because there's nothing to the east. So anyone coming in from this direction will see that first. And they won't want to mess with it.
Not much, but it's something.
They won't want to touch this settlement. But I'm happy with that for now. This is where I'm going to end the episode off. I've got some work to do off camera. I'm probably going to tidy up some of the mismatching. Maybe sort out that flooring so it doesn't look so silly. And I might put the foundation in because that's kind of boring stuff. So I won't bore you with that. We're going to do some detailing next episode and maybe put the lighting in for the poorhouse. The wallpaper and furniture can follow at a later stage. And we'll get some settlers sleeping in it. But this is where I'm going to end the episode for now. So if you have watched to the end, make sure you give a thumbs up, a like and a subscribe, because if you got to the end, just know that I love you very much. And look forward to the uploading spree, because I'm going to go crazy with uploads this week if I have it my way. The only way I won't is if something terrible happens, I think. But until then, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Again, like, comment, follow, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, share the video, anything you want, because the Commonwealth is going to be amazing again. Take care. We out. Peace. Have fun. And see you later.